I'm going to pump your brain up. Anyone remember that? Remember that? I'm going to pump you up. I'm old. That's basically what I'm saying. You can Google it later on and see what I'm talking about. Memory gym. It's time to go to the memory gym. Your memory, your brain, it's a muscle. I don't know if it is a muscle. Is it technically a muscle? Maybe it is. But I like to think of it as a muscle, right? You need to exercise it. You need to use it. If you don't use it, you'll lose it, right? Exactly. That's what I say. So you need to keep your brain stimulated by going to the memory gym. It's not an actual place. It's just things that you can do to stimulate your brain. The first one is the easiest one that you can do, and maybe you already do it. Puzzles, word games, Sudoku, the word searches. My phone has a little. Here's a whole bunch of letters. Here's a bunch of things, or here's blank spaces. Figure out what words go in there. Right? It's a little word game. Stuff like that is going to stimulate your brain because you're having to think about things. You're having to think about words specifically, right? Crossword puzzles, word games, things like that. You think, all right, what word can fit here? How many letters? Oh, there's one letter here, or there's one letter here. What fits into there? It's exercising your brain. It's stirring things up in there. It's your medulla oblongata. I don't even know what that is, but it's stimulating your brain. You're actively using your brain. You're building those muscles. Now, you're going to have to recall some words for these word puzzles, and you're exercising your brain and your memory muscle, right? Again, I don't know if memory is actually a muscle or not, but I like to think it is, because the more you practice with these games and these techniques that I'm talking about, the better your memory gets. When you work out, you build up that muscle, and the muscle gets better and stronger, and you look fantastic, man. That's what all of a sudden I'm Antonio Banderas for some reason. That's fine. So yeah, just by playing those games. Now you don't have to sit there all day long. You can do it on your phone. You can actually have a book, Sudoku, that kind of thing. But just some sort of activity that your brain is going to be stimulated and you're going to be using. That's one thing that you can do with the memory gym. Another thing you can do, and it may seem a little weird, a little odd, but stay with me here. Exercise kinesiology. It's a word I hadn't heard of before I started studying all this. And basically what it is it's physical movement that will help stimulate your brain. How does this work? Well, you have your left brain, you have your right brain. You probably know this, we've all heard this. And the weird thing is that the left part of your brain controls the right side of your body, and the right part of your brain controls the left side. So that means I'm left-handed, and that means that left-handed people are the only ones in their right mind, right? Because left and right controls. That's it. I saw that on a t-shirt years ago. I thought it was cute. So the left controls the right, and the right controls the left. So what you're going to do is you're going to do some physical activities that are going to stimulate those parts of your brains, opposite sides. It's an old thing, right? Patting your head and rubbing your stomach, right? You want to do this. It's just weird. What you're doing is you're using two opposite hands. You're doing two different motions. And what that's doing is it's kind of stirring up the left part of your brain and the right part of your brain, because it's not confusing it. It's just like what, and you really have to focus. And when you focus, you're using your brain, and when you're using your brain, you're exercising your brain. If you sit there and don't move your arm for 4 hours and then you get up and move it, it's kind of tight. It's oh, that's weird. It's because it's used to not working. So what are you doing here? Stop doing that to me. So by doing these simple exercises that you can do, like holding up your hands, right, and taking your thumb in, but not the same way. I mean, don't do your thumb on each hand, right? You're doing the same motion. You want to do a little slightly different motion. What you're going to do is bring your thumb in and your pinky in on your right hand at the same time, right? And then do the next fingers right? Now you may move some other fingers, right? The middle one's easy because it's the same. And then the ring finger and the index finger over here, and the pinky and the thumb over here. And just try to do it as fast as you can. By doing it as fast as you can, then you're stimulating both parts. It's almost hard for me to talk while I'm doing this because it's stimulating both sides of my brain at the same time, and it's not going to short circuit you, but it's going to get the brain moving. When you need to focus on something, when you need to really pay attention, when you need to remember something, you're going to try to memorize something, do something like that, right? Anything that you can do that's the opposite, right? You can have your hands like this, right? Or you can do this and switch it up, right? Because you're not doing the same exact thing with each hand. Just anything that you can do. Matter of fact, you can Google this, right? Google memory exercises, physical memory exercises that you can do that help you stimulate. But just that finger one will do so much because your brain will be awake, the juices will be flowing, and you'll be able to remember stuff so much better once you exercise your brain.